All right, guys, so I'm going to show you a chart of recruiting in the playoff era and how it really goes to the point that Vance made about threading the needle. And I think that Kirby is thread the needle. So we've got the college football rankings. This is average over the entire college football era. On the left side, you see this is the 247 composite player average, right? So this averages the players on these rosters and where they ranked and over from the 247 composite, right? So the number one team by the playoff committee rankings finished above 0.92. The number 14 finished right at 0.906. Important number, okay? So as we go to the right, you see it goes downhill from there, right? So these teams don't recruit and they don't get highly ranked by the committee, okay? I'm going to draw a red line on here. That's at 0.906 average. That's the lowest rated team in the playoff era had a 0.906 average. Now there were some teams that underachieved and overachieved in that era. We're going to highlight some of those. Okay, so here comes a red line, and we're going to look. There's that red line, 0.906. Think of this as a baseline, what it takes to get into the playoff. All right, so we're going to plot Georgia in the playoff era. Right, 2014. We had a 0.908 average, so we're above that red line, and we finished 13th in the rankings. 2015, 2016, again, we're recruiting above that red line, but we finished unranked in 2015 and 2016. Of course, 2017, put it all together. Kirby just had a great year. We got to the playoff, number 3 ranking, and we were jumped up. We had close to 0.92 average. Now I'm going to go backwards and highlight some of these teams that didn't make the playoff that have recruited above that 0.906 average. So you can see Georgia's there, Ohio State's there. These are years they didn't get in, but you can see LSU, Texas, USC, Auburn. These are teams that are not just, the UCFs and the teams that come out of nowhere. These teams recruit at high levels, but can't get it done. They can't thread that needle. LSU shows up a lot before last year. LSU would have been considered a underachieving team, regularly recruiting at a 0.92 composite average, but yet finishing 15 or lower most of the years in the playoffs. All right. So we can talk about those guys. We can highlight them. Okay. Here are the underachieving teams, right? These are teams that got in the playoff, but did not have that 0.906 average, right? Overachieving, right? Their rosters were not as good as some of those other teams they played. Looking at that way down on the bottom, Washington State went undefeated, won their conference, was rewarded with a playoff berth. That Michigan State team beat Ohio State in the Big Ten Championship, leaving Ohio State at home, and got in. Okay, Oregon, same thing. They won their conference. Notre Dame, we all know, 2018, they didn't have. All right, so now we're going to look at a yards per play metric, okay? So this metric is yards per play, offense minus yards per play, defense allowed. Okay, so these are the teams that finished over 2.0 yards per play net. Okay, 2018 Georgia and 2019 Alabama recruited at a high level and got over that 2.0 yards per play metric. And there's that graph. Okay, so now teams that did not recruit at 0.906 average and did not get at least 1.5 yards per play net. All right, so they won the conference tournament. Those teams were outscored 151 to 29 in their first round playoff losses, and 20 of those points came in the 59-20 blowout Oregon had over Florida State. So the other ones only scored 9 points. So talking about thread the needle, you can see that you've got to recruit at a high level, you've got to perform on offense, excel on defense, and you got it. And that's how you thread the needle. I think Kirby's right there, and maybe we can talk about this stuff and expound on it. I know I rushed through this, but trying to keep it to a 5-minute video for you guys. So, all right, thanks for listening, and let me know. We can just talk about something else too. Appreciate it.